I figured if we're going to start off this Devin take, we would start it off with trash. Fuck you, Devin. Today, we are excited to introduce Devin, the first AI software engineer. By the way, that is already a pretty bold-ass claim. This feels like this is a tweet designed for VCs. This is not a tweet designed for the average person. You're telling me that ChatGPT wasn't the first one? Remember how you just offloaded all of your Python visualization scripts to ChatGPT, and all of a sudden now that ChatGPT, you're not a software engineer. 100% popping they're pumping some serious stock right here. Devin is a new state of the art on the SWE bench coding benchmark, has successfully passed practical engineering interviews from leading AI companies, and has even completed real jobs on Upwork. I do want to say something even about this, because I know right now there are here, how about this one? Before we go, I'm gonna do this. We'll do an actual poll. Oh gosh, I'm highlighting everything. Let's do an actual poll for a second. Okay, so there you go. So as you can see, most people fall into, look at that, the no experience, less than 1 year, 1 to 5 years. So I bet you that if we were to take a little bit of a poll and we were able to say, okay, of these groups, how worried do you feel about your future career and AI taking your job? My guess is that you would see lots of worry here, less worry, even less, even less. And my guess is that worry and experience probably kind of line up. So I just want to, so this is the reason why I think it's really important to talk about this, because my guess is that there's a lot of people right now that see this and they're going, I don't even pass an interview. I'm genuinely fucked. I can't pass an interview. I'm having trouble getting jobs on Upwork, and out here there's this AI that's accomplishing tasks on Upwork and is being able to pass real interviews. So let's talk about this for a quick second. Most companies hire extremely dumb. They literally tell you to write up a program, and the program is extremely simple. It's literally an AI prompt. Like, you've been AI prompting, you were the AI. Like, that is a software engineering interview. So much is just like, oh yeah, well I have a service that is really slow because we're using bubble sort. Can you quick sort? Right? And it's just like there's literal interviews I've seen where people actually ask for sorting algorithms. And it's just like, do you really need me to know a sorting algorithm? Like, do you genuinely think as an engineer a sorting algorithm is a great way to identify talent or not talent? It's like, no, it's not. It's never been that. I wanted to be clear on this. I think a lot of people are worried about their job. They're worried that they're going to lose it. There's a whole bunch of, like, this kind of shit just makes people go absolutely nutty, that they're like, oh my gosh, they're passing interviews, they're able to do real work. Like, how can I ever keep up? How can I do any of these things? This is a little bit of a marketing trick, okay? Whenever you see these kind of stats, you must understand something. They have gamed the system completely. You know what they didn't say right here? How many Upwork jobs do you think they went through to find the perfect one? You don't see that? How many do you think they went through to find these things? 1,000? 10,000? You know how much of like these type of like, even with contracting and that kind of stuff, the amount of just back and forth communication for you to even get close, it requires you, the human developer, to sit there and think about, okay, when they say these things, what they're actually asking for is these other things. Okay, when they do this, they actually want that. Like, the amount of just shit that has to go on for you trying to suss out what someone wants anyways. I mean, this idea that humans can write an accurate description of what they want when humans don't even know what they want is ridiculous. You know what the greatest way to have a failure in a business? Let one company tell you exactly what they want and you implement it. Like, go ahead, go do that. You won't have a company. Bye-bye now, right? Like, that's how you do it. You let somebody treat you like an LLM. So yeah, maybe this will make you faster. Maybe you'll be able to do more work. Hell, maybe you will be able to pass 13.86% of GitHub real-world issues unassisted. Do you know how stupid there are some GitHub real-world unassisted issues? What are you testing here? So this is what I like to refer to as confounding factors. Okay, confounding factors. Let me hit you with something. So When you're testing something, you're trying to test on a single variable, right? And so this one variable, it has to be absolutely isolated as much as possible. So if we're talking about LLMs and GitHub, what are you isolating here? Well, there's a couple things. One, difficulty of issue. 2, well-writtenness. 3, tribal knowledge required. There's like a whole set of things that you're testing here, which is maybe it's literally like what level of issues are simply written that are just like need to update or need to document this. An AI could be pretty good at that. It could just literally be pretty good at that. In fact, that could be a very good one. And you know what? I don't know. I don't know if it actually is good at that. There's just so much to it. And so I don't think you can see, like, when I see this number, it means nothing to me. Because it's like, what'd you test? Next, something that's kind of interesting in here is how did it select the issues to assist, right? Do you think that maybe because VCs really, really, really want you to have something that's going to make a lot of money, and how do you really ensure that you're having the best possible percentages? Maybe, just maybe, you're pre-selecting a couple issues that are just really nice for one of these things to actually solve. Like, there's just so many confounding factors in this that you cannot possibly say that this is going to be what they're promising it to be. I mean, okay, they didn't create the benchmark. Fantastic. This is the SWE benchmark. I mean, I'd still need to check out the SWE benchmark and see if it actually, okay, I guess that's something I need to go look at. Maybe you're 100% right. Maybe these things are fantastic. But when I see this stuff, all I see is gaming. Okay, this is gaming upon gaming upon gaming upon gaming. SWE benchmark, how much do you want to bet that none of those issues look like issues I have to solve? Check out what Devin can do in the thread below. Okay, so let's read this. Let's see what they're doing. Upwork is peer gaming. You guarantee that's peer gaming. Okay, there's just I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't believe this at all. Okay, I think it's just a gold rush, and people are trying to optimize. I think all we're seeing right now is a simple optimization curve where it's almost like you're having these, it's almost like a radial basis function, and we're the human, like each one of these LLMs are like the little nose inside the RBF layer. And it's just like people trying to interpolate these things as best as possible to say, okay, this is actually how you solve. We've optimized this one use case so good. SWE benchmarks crushed. And it's just like, is it actually good? Did you actually really? I know I actually put a third one in there just so you wouldn't say titties. But you tell me they're not gaming the system? You're telling me these things aren't being trained to be the best possible SWE benchmarker? You're telling me that these indices to show how fast front-end frameworks are and back-end frameworks, that these companies aren't producing these frameworks that are optimized for this one thing just so you can say you're the fastest? Like, there's those trusted benchmarks, the most trusted benchmarks ever, and those ones are literally filled with examples where they know the input, they know the output, and they make it as possibly best as possible. And they're like, well, look at us, we're the fastest benchmarks that have ever existed. And it's just like, cool. Anyway, sorry. I feel very passionate about this because I feel like everybody's getting bamboozled. I like AI. I like AI coding assisting. I like using Copilot. I enjoy it. I feel like it's nice. I don't think it's taking my job anytime soon. I don't even think it's close. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's 20% way there. Oh, it sure won't get there. It sure won't get that other 80%. No, it's not a percent way there. Like, we're talking, we need like 100+ X improvement before it even comes close to really taking jobs, real jobs. Sorry, I wanted to get that all out of me because it's just like I feel so intense about it. Again, I like AI. I use AI. I literally use it all the time. I think Copilot is absolutely fantastic. That wasn't fantastic though. Copilot, I didn't like that. Okay, you're not helping your case right now, Copilot. I wanted you to produce a real piece of code. Okay, Copilot, this was terrible. It was absolutely terrible code right there. Okay, just get rid of that for a second. Pretend that didn't happen. All right, Scott Wu.
I'm Scott from Cognition AI, and today I'm really excited to introduce you to Devin. the first
Damn it.
AI software engineer.
Again, that claim, not they.
Let me show you an example of Devin in action. I'm going to ask Devin to benchmark the performance of Llama on a couple different API providers. From now on, Devin...
By the way, notice what he is asking is like the world's most obvious thing to do. You'd go to any of these different ones, you'd grab their API keys, you'd follow their example tutorials, you'd put those all things together, and bada bing, bada boom. Like nothing in here is actually difficult. Like nothing. This is just takes us time. Hey, guess what, Devin? You're faster at Googling than me. Congratulations.
Is in the driver's seat. First, Devin makes a step-by-step plan of how to tackle the problem. After that, it builds the whole project using all the same tools that a human software engineer would use. Devin has its own command line, its own code editor.
By the way, this is also a huge risk. Just so everybody knows, like your own command line and plus your own editor is just like a giant risk. Why invent that? Like literally, that's probably the worst possible thing to spend your time, effort, and money on, is trying to integrate any of these things. Integrate inversely. Why? Because you're spending time programming that shit. Okay? You're spending time making the UI so that everything fits together. You're spending time doing all these things that you should not be doing. Like this is startup 101. Don't solve these problems.
And even its own browser. In this case, Devin decides to use the browser to pull up API documentation so that it can read up and learn how to plug into each of these APIs.
Like I said,
here
they were
Devin runs
Googling.
into an unexpected error. Devin actually decides to add a debugging print statement. Reruns the code with the debugging print statement, and then uses the error in the logs to figure out how to fix the bug.
Hey, printf debugging. I've been telling you guys this. How long have I been telling you printf debugging is the way to go? Okay. Hey, Devin, you know, you're 95% shitty. Yeah, oh shit, Devin debugs like the prime gen. I've been telling you, it's the way to go. Okay, you're 5% cool, Devin. 5%. You still wave with both hands.
Finally, Devin decides to build and deploy a website with full styling.
I do, by the way, just like as a pro tip, if you're making a video, just revoke your API access keys afterwards and just not have these things blurred out. Like, what are you doing? You look like a dum-dum.
Visualization. You can see the website here. All of this is possible today because of the advancements that we've made in both reasoning and long-term planning. It's a really hard problem, and we've only just started. But we're super excited.
Isn't Cloud 3 out? Cloud 3? I thought it wasn't Cloud 3 just recently released? So they may also already be losing to Cloud. Claude, Jean-Claude. Claude, Jean-Claude. They probably already lost. Sag.
Excited about the progress that we've made so far. In the meantime, if you'd like to try out Devin on your own real-world tasks, send us a request below, and we'd be happy to forward it to Devin.
So, okay, I'm gonna give you a little hot take here. Just a little hot take. AI is an incredible gold rush right now. And like everything that I saw with NFTs is being played again before our eyes. Like the only difference is that NFTs were particularly useless. AI's at least, there's useful stuff, okay? There's at least some useful stuffs. Like at least you got something out of it, right? Again, love Copilot. If you've never been in flow state, which is obvious, like you see a lot of new people, they're shocked that someone can program without Googling for an hour straight, right? Like people see this and they're completely like, how is this even possible? It's just doing something for a long period of time, right? You get in the zone, you get in the flow state, you're producing code at such a high pace, right? And it's an incredible experience. It's fun to do. It's just awesome, right? And the thing about when I see these type of AIs, all I see is like permanent flow state breakers, because you're just waiting. You're just observing and you're just looking. And I do think that this is going to cause unique slowdowns. I'm not saying that it's going to be slower or faster. I'm just saying that I'm curious as to the end goal of what it's going to do. Because like a huge part of like my success is because I'm able to like get into a flow state and be in there for a while. And so like I really, and something that really just destroys my flow state is when I have to go and wait for something, right? Like have you ever had a 5-minute build? And you're just like you're just destroying it. And all of a sudden it's like a 5-minute build and you're just like, oh my goodness. And it just like robs you of everything. And it's just like you're like that energy is just, it's just so frustrating. And then you find yourself, you're not gone for 5 minutes. You know what's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen. Someone's going to start off their Devin task. They're going to go on Twitter afterwards. They're going to go on some stupid social media, go look at that for 10 minutes, then realize, oh shit, it didn't work. It stopped after 13 seconds, but my expectation was 10 minutes. And then they're going to go, and you're just going to get these just huge chunks over and over and over again taken out of it, right? Man, it's the worst. It really is the worst. You truly lose a huge amount of time when that happens. Writing more code is fun than reading code. Absolutely. Absolutely. But there is something really fun also about like if you're able to have a fast debugging state where you're like run, code, change, go, change, go, change, go. It's one of the reasons why I got really good at using tmux is just because I want it to be like muscle memory so I can swap back and forth as fast as possible, see what's going wrong, see what's not going wrong. Like I really do like that experience of going fast, you know? And so like having that is really good. It just feels good. I needed the code a lot today, but I just wanted the fish instead. Yeah, I mean, that does happen. A little fly fishing is good. It's good for the soul. Anyways, let's check out a little Devin. Let's check out one of these Devin ones.
And I'm going to show you how Devin, our AI software engineer, can autonomously learn from a blog post.
Tell me you're reading from a script without telling me you're reading from a script. Sarah? Did you generate that with AI, Sarah?
Within a few minutes, Devin successfully generated this desktop background image for me.
Okay, I did not pre-watch that. Can we just be real for a quick second? I didn't pre-watch this. Okay. Yes, of course the reflection's all wrong. Of course it is. Reflections are extremely difficult problem. Again, this is why programming is so dang unsuccessful often with these things, is because these little reflections are all errors within your code. You know, with an image, your brain can kind of just ignore it because your brain is super good at looking at video and just going, nah, that's not real. Here, I'll fill in the blanks for you. Shit doesn't work out. You know, I'll just make it happen, right? Like that is what is really good. It does say Sarah in it. It does say Sarah.
My name on it. So all I had to do was send this blog post in a message to Devin. From there, Devin actually does all the work.
In this blog post, hide in plain sight. It's possible to generate images with hidden text. Is there like a dick pic or something in here that I'm unaware of? If the hidden word is Sarah, I'm going to be genuinely disappointed right now. My disappointment will know no bounds. I just want you to know that.
All I had to do was send this blog post in a message to Devin. From there, Devin actually does all the work for me, starting with reading this blog post.
Oh my goodness. The first one, the text should be Sarah. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm completely unimpressed. I'm just letting you know that fine. You got me. This is incredible. It's impressive. Is it really that impressive? It's impressive. It's impressive because it did something that you find difficult to do. Is it impressive because it's actually impressive?
And figuring out how to run the code. In a couple minutes, Devin's actually made a lot of progress. And if we jump to the middle here, you can see that Devin's been able to find and fix some edge cases and bugs that the blog post did not cover for me. And if we jump to the end, we can see that Devin sends me the final result, which I love. I also got 2 bonus images here and here. So let me know if you guys
that one's
see
much better.
Hidden in these. Hey everyone, my name is Sarah, and I'm going to
I can't believe Sarah just went with, let me know if you can see anything hidden in these. Like, I mean, it's actually hard not to see the first one. Like the first one, I actually don't even see the city. The last one, though, the last one was pretty great. Last one's pretty good. Cognition is pretty good to have in there. It said a couple minutes. By the time it prompted, it was 1.5. Oh, it jumped by 1.5 hours. Please tell me that was not true.
And if we jump to the end, we can see that Devin sends me the final result, which I love.
Okay, look at this. First off, this man's working at 1:41 a.m. Give Devin a break here, people.
And
1:32 a.m.
did not cover for me. And if we jump to the end.
Oh my goodness. I'm literally trying to adjust this scrubber. I'm such an idiot. 1 a.m., 12:59 a.m. Yeah, so it took about how much? 40 minutes? It took about 40 minutes. That's all it took. It took 40 minutes. Impressive. Okay, impressive that it was able to generate all of that within 40 minutes. It's pronounced Devin. 40 minutes, $750 in API credits. Absolutely incredible. Like, think about that. Fuck you, Devin. Everybody quote and trash Dev.
Written
all right.
in Python. And I noticed this issue where when you take the log of a fraction, you get zoo, which is a type of infinity. So that's definitely wrong.
Did I just hear 0 is a type of infinity? Which LF is that again? Zoo is complex infinity? Math called, I'm fired. Damn. Okay. Oh, produces zoo. I thought he said 0. Fine. Flow state is infinity. Fine. I can be wrong. Hey, I look like an idiot. Okay. I look like a dummy. I accept it. I only knew about the LF infinities. I didn't realize that there's more infinities beyond that.
Hey, I'm Neil, and I want to show you an example of.
Hey, just real talk for a quick second. Shy Rai, did you even really know that? Shy Rai, you weren't on the big stage. Real talk. Did you actually know about Zoo? Did you actually know about this infinity? Hell no. I'm just saying, I'm willing to be stupid in front of people. I'm still kidding. Oh, this guy's just like, I don't even know what the hell is happening. I know about LF, right? But I don't know about these other things.
Devin, our AI software engineer, helping me fix a bug.
Okay.
So I've been using this repo called SymPy. SymPy is an algebra system.
This guy's such a simp.
Written in Python. And I noticed this issue where when you take the log of a fraction, you get zoo, which is a type of infinity. So that's definitely wrong. Okay. But instead of trying to figure this out myself, I just asked Devin to take a look. Devin immediately jumps in, sets up the repo.
I also don't like anamorphizing things. I find that just uncomfortable in general. Because they're not, you know what I mean? Like, got it, Neil, right? Like, no, just tell me the answer. Like, don't make it feel like a human. It just feels, you know what I mean?
And is able to reproduce that same zoo output. Devin then figures out the right part of the code and adds print statements in order to figure out what the cause of this issue is.
Okay.
And we can see here that the cause is that integer division leads to a 0, and then we take the log of 0. So based on that, Devin's able to fix the issue in the code by replacing that integer division with true division, and then cleans up the debug output and verifies that the result is what we want. And then
what is the result? The audio is terrible, but what's the result? Wouldn't it just be wouldn't the result be infinity? Because he said that you're still dividing by some sort of 0 business. I mean, this doesn't look like it's 0, but
Devin even runs the test in the repo as well to make sure nothing else is broken. So that was great. Saved me a ton of time. So thank you, Devin.
So question they didn't really quite answer. Is this what the library wanted? Well, but that's not quite the bug, right? It's not that bug that you're putting. I mean, I'm curious because there was like a log on the outside of all of this. I thought. No, never mind. It doesn't? Okay, whatever. Anyways, okay, well, interesting. I mean, I guess, it's neat that it can fix that type of bug, but I also don't think that that's, like, a very interesting bug. There's nothing really to that was, it's a yawn for sure. And so, this is just how I feel about these things. I know a lot of you, how many people in chat are, like, e-accelerationists? Type one if you're one of these people. Because I've been told recently that I won't even have like a job in 1 year. That's how soon it's going to be. Do you guys actually, for all the one pressers, okay, for all the people that actually think that AI is going to take over the world very, very quickly, why? Like, what makes you think that's true? Okay, people stop typing for a second. I can't read when it's going this fast. Humans are dumb is one answer I got. Exponential progress is the next one. Exponential growth capabilities. So what makes you think it has exponential growth capabilities? What gives you the notion that exponential is there? History? Because if you mark the points certainly aren't exponential. Like there was definitely a step function of improvement, but it wasn't exponential is not quite it. Oh, Elon Musk said it. Is this the reason why? Elon, what'd you say? Let me see it, Elon. AI will probably be smarter than any single human next year. Smarter is such a funny word, right? By 2029, AI will probably be smarter than all humans combined. That's such a funny word. Smarter, to be completely fair, AI knows more than me. Sure. Absolutely. It definitely knows, more algorithms than I do. But I just, if AI is so smart, then why can't you produce me a self-driving car that still can't tell the difference between a baby and a log? Like, how many years have we been on this whole self-driving car business, and all I want is the baby not to be a baby? I know they're getting close. They're gotten pretty close. Things are getting pretty good, okay? I've just also heard this for quite some time. Okay, I'm not a doomer or a gloomer or an accelerationist. I'm someone who just wants something that makes my autocomplete better. Call me old-fashioned. Call me a boomer. I just want my autocomplete better. Okay? That's all I want. Why would I spend $150 or $750 worth of credits on something that I can pay one of your interns, doofuses, $15 to make? I'm not saying this is not accurate, but it's kind of accurate. Yikes. Okay, anyways, hey, the name is Devin is nobody likes Devin, okay? No, ain't nobody liking you, Devin. And here's the biggest thing. Honestly, if I were to give a piece of advice to all the AI people out there, I would stop trying to sell it to VCs and start trying to sell it to people. You know what I mean? Stop selling it to VCs. If you really want people to buy it, here's the thing. You sell people a fucking hoverboard, and when they get it, it hovers for 1 second and then just catches on fire. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to all hate it. All right? That's how it works. Don't sell us a hoverboard. Just say, hey, man, this thing goes pretty fast. Like, you want a skateboard that's better? Yeah, this one has a lithium battery in it. Like, you'll go way faster. Stop selling to VCs. Start selling to people. All issues are solved by human pull requests, so technically 100%. I think most issues can be solved by us within 20 minutes, but we need to do some more rigorous human study. All issues are solved by human pull requests. Can I just take a second and just... The way the AI people phrase things just makes me want to get cringed too hard. You know what I mean? It's like... The thing I'm thinking of is that image. Where's the image? Is it... Damn. Okay, it's not showing up. But it's like the guy that's holding up a vial with something green in it, and it's just like, finally, pure cringe. Right? Like, that's what I like when I read phrases like whatever we just got done reading. That was just like, oh yeah, right there, finally, pure cringe. There you go. When billionaires say you just have to work hard, finally, pure cringe. I mean, not all billionaires are created equal. Some actually became a billionaire in their lifetime, which is very impressive. I would listen to that guy. Dang it. Okay, well, we lost it. We lost the tweet. But you know what it says. You know what it says. Just like, these humans. Like, stop sounding like Mark Zuckerberg, okay? You sound like a damn lizard. Don't be a lizard, human. Just be a human. No, who the hell says this? Who says this? Just Just talk like a normal person. Again, I swear these things are designed to be sold to VCs. They're not designed to be useful to you. This just in, hot off the presses. Devin, the first ever AI software engineer. The company's also hiring software engineers. So if you would like to be a software engineer at the first ever software engineer, it's available right now for you. There's software engineering available, there's machine learning researcher, and there's also general application development. Because if you want to be able to work on a software engineer that can solve Upwork. Wait a second. What happened if that's their whole goal this whole time? Okay, hear me out on this one. What if Devin's whole ploy is that it's going to solve all of Upwork and it's going to make all of its money by solving Upwork tasks? Have you thought about that? Easy money, free money, infinite money glitch. Anyways, I just think this is hilarious. If their software engineer was so good, why would they hire just a level 3 software engineer and a general application developer, huh? Why would you even hire these if your so-called Devin is so good, huh? Oh, why would you ever do that? Just saying.